Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. I'm not alone because next to me here we have the great Mo. I know. I was reading your comment today. I was asking a lot of questions in my two other videos. What was I reading? When are you recording the El Tactico video? Mo, you are a big star. They're all asking for you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks a lot, Giuseppe. And thank you, everyone, for all the great comments. I read most of them when I can. I don't get the notifications, but I always try and read. And thank you all.
No, it's really funny because you have really your supporters, the Mo El Tactical supporters, and that makes me really, really, really proud. I'm happy. So thank you for all the people that are supporting me, but especially Mo because it's really fun to see. So we are here again to speak again 1 week later about Juve Inter. This time it's Juve Inter and not Inter Juve because we are playing at home. I remember for the people that were sleeping for the last 8 days that we won 2-1 with two beautiful goals of Cristiano Ronaldo. Victory, but that victory will mean nothing if tomorrow we are not able to go through to the next stage. What is the next stage? It's the final. So tomorrow we are playing a really important game because if we go through, we go to the final of Coppa Italia. Mo, you prepared it well, I believe. You prepared a lot of things for the people that are new. We do it as always with the expected 11, and then we will speak about the strength and the weaknesses of Inter, especially the weakness. I'm curious. We will speak about the threat and then prediction time as always. You said 3-1 versus Roma. We won 2-0. At least you had the goal difference right. Guys, go to at Chehali. Follow the guy on Twitter. That's if you really love me, if you really love the channel, do that because that would make me really, really happy. And if you have nothing to add on that, Mo, I want to start immediately. What do you think?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We start with a history pick.
Yeah, that's in 1938. 1938, our first semifinal against Inter Milan. We played it in Torino. We won 2-0, and we went to the final. And during that year, it was our first Coppa Italia. And
Crazy.
there is a funny part too. Inter was called Ambrosiana Inter. It wasn't Inter.
That's true. I remember the name Ambrosiana Inter. Not that I remember because I lived it because I was not born, obviously, or obviously I don't know. But no, I was not born. But I know that reading the history, I know that they were called Ambrosiana Inter, whatever Ambrosiana or Inter. It's the same. They lost in semifinal. I'm not sure. So don't get me wrong, but I believe I was reading a stat that said that in when we were in semifinal versus Inter we won every time the Coppa Italia. Let's hope that tomorrow we win so that we know that the Coppa Italia is ours. Not only history picks, but you also showed the scores right now. They are really small. So, what is the
Yeah,
really important thing that you want to?
yeah, just the green parts. The win and the red is lost. So if we look at Juventus, we only lost against Inter,
Yeah,
and we won ever since. That's in 2021. That's amazing.
it's
If
great.
you look on the other side, Inter, they lost against us, but they drew twice and they won also quite some games. It's not very difficult games except against us. The rest is like Fiorentina and well, they won against Milan in the Coppa Italia, that's for sure. But Benevento and again Fiorentina. So
No, no, I believe we can say that we can be really proud of what we are doing in 2021. Did you believe that we would come back so early in 2021 with that beautiful streak, Mo?
uh no, not really. I didn't think they would. Like, January was really tough. I didn't think we would win all these games.
Mm.
So that's really impressive.
No, I'm happy, yeah, because I'm always the positive dreamer and optimistic, and I always believe in it. But it's true that when you saw the calendar of January, could have been really difficult. The one of February is even more difficult because don't
Yeah,
forget, Inter 2 time. Then we had Roma, Napoli. Then we have the Champions League that is back with tomorrow. Inter,
yeah,
crazy, crazy February again, where we are playing game after game after game. What about the
absolutely.
lineups, Mo?
Lineups. So we know Demiral De Ligt will play.
Yeah.
Bonucci is not ready. Pick Danilo over Alexandro and Bernardeschi ahead of Chiesa. And there is a big reason why Bernardeschi will help a lot on that side, on the defensive side. And in the middle, we have Rabiot, Bentancur, and McKennie. So Arthur, as you mentioned in your previous lives, that he has the flu.
Yeah.
So and Morata too. So Morata will not be here.
For
Kulusevski will have a very important role too.
for the people that are asking, Arthur flew Morata as well. Morata will try to be there. Dybala not sure to be in the squad. A lot will depend also on Morata. If
Yeah,
Morata is able to go on the bench, we will absolutely not risk Dybala. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mo, but if we put Bernardeschi there as well, it's maybe, I don't know, confirm me yes or not, to have Chiesa to be also able to enter and help in the offensive phase. Is that a bit the reasoning?
absolutely, absolutely. We have no other forwards. So Chiesa in the second half, he will come in either instead of Kulusevski or one of the midfield uh, to give some boost also
Mm.
and run in those spaces left behind the wing backs by Inter.
You are putting Bernardeschi in the spotlight because
Yeah,
he will have to help in the. They have Hakimi back, huh, right?
they have Hakimi back. They have Barella
Yeah,
on that side. So there were some fake news that Barella had COVID. That's not true. He's gonna play tomorrow. So Bernardeschi and Danilo, they have to be, ready for all those attacks on that side.
yeah. Do you think, and then we go really quickly to the Inter ones, do you believe that missing Arthur will be really decisive, important, or because for people that don't know, but every time we played versus Inter, he never ever started. So is it a big loss or not, Arthur?
It's a loss, not a big one, but it's a loss definitely because even if he's not there from the beginning, he can come in the second half and hold the ball and like lower the tempo. So for sure we're gonna lose something like that. And again, we don't have a lot of options in midfield because Ramsey is not 100% too.
We have no options, huh? We are really coperta corta, like they say in Italian. The towel is really short. We don't have a lot of room. What about Inter? The same
Inter
three
is
five
the same
two.
thing. So we talked about them like for the last two games. Brozovic is key, and we saw what Kulusevski did during the last game. It was really important, so he's going to do the same thing.
Yeah,
We have Hakimi and Lukaku back, so the Ligt will have an important role also against Lukaku, and we have Gagliardini here instead of Vidal.
yeah. Because
Gagliardini,
is
uh,
suspended. Huh?
he's the Bernardeschi of Inter.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But
That's what I
no,
heard.
it's true. Suspension for Vidal can help us. On the other hand, they still have a great team. If you look at the names, Barella in top form,
Yeah,
Lukaku is a dangerous man. I'm happy that De Ligt will man mark him, but Hakimi also. Yeah, I see Gagliardini and Andanovic, maybe the weak part of Inter. Let's see.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
you
And
had a
Bastoni, lack of experience.
but I like Bastonia. Not that I like Inter, absolutely not. But he needs to grow. He needs to learn. And if he can give us a bit more gift like he did the last time, I would accept it without saying no. You showed a really great picture of Maurizio, our friend from around Turin.
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of people talked about it in case of a yellow card tomorrow against Inter. All these guys can miss the final. So we have 10 players.
Ronaldo, Morata, Chiesa, Bentancur, Delic, Demiral, Arthur, Rabiot, Bernardeschi, and Alexandro. Just to repeat, to remind the people, if they have a yellow card, they can play versus Napoli. It has nothing to see, but they will miss the final. Okay, just
Yeah.
Coppa Italia related. What are their strengths?
Their strength. So here we have. So I analyzed our game fully. I
Yeah.
only picked the last Coppa Italia game, and I looked at it and tried to see how Pirlo learned from the first loss. But we still had obviously some weaknesses, and it all came from the first goal. So you have Vidal here who took the ball from Juve, and right away he passed the ball to the front as a counter attack. You can see McKennie behind. He's on Brozovic. So they knew that Brozovic was danger. So Vidal took that role of providing that pass. And he went all the way to Sanchez. He had Demiral on him. De Ligt was out of position there. He left Lautaro by himself. Bentancur was trying to catch, but Sanchez is smart. He's going to hold the ball and pass it to Barella, who's coming from behind. Now, this is the big problem here. You have Barella, he has two players on him, Alexandro and Demiral. You have Lautaro up there, watched by De Ligt. So that's fine. If we go forward, Barella is by himself.
Mm.
Alexandro is far from him. Demiral is far from him. So that was a big problem.
Let me go back. So you see there are two men on the players, and then at the end, like it's 8 minute 27. 3 seconds later, he's alone.
He's alone. And at the same time, Bentancur was far from Lautaro. De Ligt was behind Lautaro, so that was another big mistake too. And Lautaro was able to go in front of the goal and score. So
I
all
believe
these we have to learn from those mistakes.
on that one we did a lot of mistakes, and because some people were saying it's the fault of the Miral, otherwise of other people were saying the league. I believe on that action, we know already that we are really weak sometimes in counterattacks
Yeah,
because we are pressing really high, especially when we are in possession. And on top of that, we had a lot of bad communication. So I believe everyone there was at mistake. Alexandro Demiral, De Ligt, that was actually dribbled so easily without the ball. I dribbled without the ball by Lautaro Martinez that did a movement like that.
yeah.
Crazy. Second strength.
Second strength. So again, we made another mistake. We were up 2-1, and that's in the second half. Bentancur had the ball, and he lost it to Vidal.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The problem was, look at De Ligt and Demiral. They were giving options to Buffon, but it left a lot of space between them, and you had Lautaro and Sanchez just there. So that was another huge mistake there. So Vidal was able to give it to Sanchez. De Ligt was not able to catch him. Buffon went up to try to close the angle, but luckily Demiral was there.
What an intuition at that moment, because you can't expect that. Normally,
Yeah,
a normal sane person of mine, he goes on the player. He's crazy, he goes there, and he did the right choice, because look,
exactly.
I love that one.
That
Grazie
was
mille.
beautiful. That was really good,
Yeah.
and I love the celebration after.
Oh yeah, it remind me a Chiellini celebration together with Buffon. These kinds of things, it's worth a goal. It's really worth a goal, because otherwise you do 2-2, and then it's really difficult because it's the 57th minute, so you have still a big game to play.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And then you even found a third strength. So tomorrow, if Pirlo is watching the channel, he will have a lot of things to learn. Thank you, Mo.
yeah.
You did a big job today. One slide,
Thanks.
we go.
So this is one slide. I'm not gonna show the full thing. We know Darmian, he shot a nice shot, but Buffon was there. What I want to highlight is again Alexandro and De Ligt. They're both on Sanchez. leaving a huge space for Darmian. Darmian was by himself there,
Mm,
and that's horrible. We should watch out for that
yeah. How
because
how co- how come did we were we so unorganized? Because I saw the game, and for me, we did a really beautiful performance. But when you see these kind of things that I missed, probably watching it live, you really see the mistakes that we did. Huh? How come?
so again, lack of concentration, and this is what happens when Inter starts attacking too much. When there's no communication between De Ligt and Alexandro, this is what happens.
Do
They
you
both go for the same player, and we saw the same thing between Alexandro and Demiral. They both went for Barella, and again,
Because
miscommunication.
do you think, because now we have four, for me it's four world class defenders, center backs. And we have Bonucci, Chiellini, De Ligt, and Demiral without any order. This is the preference of the people for sure. But do you think that changing every time, center backs, and one time it's with Danilo, then with Alexandro, then it's Demiral with De Ligt, then it's De Ligt with Bonucci? Do you think that it makes it a bit more difficult also for the players to
Absolutely.
understand the mechanisms?
Absolutely. If you remember in the Conte era and even
Yeah.
Allegri at the beginning, we had BBC.
Yeah.
Always, every time, every game, BBC. That's it. And then they clicked, like they knew exactly where they would be. And, like there was a great understanding between them.
Mm. Do you,
Now, De Ligt and Demiral is the second game they play full games, together. So,
well, I think it's also correct, because if you have to try them, it is in Coppa Italia.
sure.
It is in less important games to play together to have that affinity. But luckily, we are also strong sometimes, huh?
Ah, yeah, for sure.
Because you showed us the strength that we have
Yeah. So actually, the action started a bit before that.
here.
I didn't show it here. Kulusevski, he didn't go on Brozovic on this one. He went on Skriniar.
Yeah.
Skriniar was forced to pass it to Bastoni and Handanovic also. So this is where Handanovic, that he does like huge mistakes, and Bastoni, he shows like his inexperience there. And
To be
Cristiano
honest,
Ronaldo,
if
he
we go
knew.
back a bit more, it's first Rabiot that is giving the header go to Skriniar, and then we have Kulusevski that is doing a really crazy pressing on Skriniar,
Yeah,
Skriniar giving it back. I wanted to mention also Rabiot that is already two games that is playing quite okay, and I wanted really to mention that.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
then we have Mr. 36 years that is actually looking 16, running like
Yeah,
crazy. Even here on a stop image, it looks like really fast. He's
yeah,
faster.
yeah, for sure. And they started panicking like when they saw him. And so you see Bastoni and Handanovic, they tried to catch him, but it was a bit too late. And then look at the angle here.
Crazy.
It was a really tough goal. Like I tried to draw the arrow. If you look at it, it could easily go out, but it was on the edge. So the
I
most important with this, because it's weakness and opportunity for us. I combined both this time.
mm.
The opportunity is we need to pressure high and counter.
And then you found a second one.
Yeah. Again, same thing. You have Brozovic. He was surrounded by three players, so he was forced to pass it to Young. And right away, Cuadrado knew that this will happen.
Ah, Panita.
He was able to pressure and take the ball. And you see all the players with red arrows, they were ready to run as fast as possible.
It's crazy, yeah, because this is the 42nd minute 42 of the second half, so we are already in injury time.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I remember, not so far away, we were at that moment. You manage the game, but the mentality changed, because at that moment, what you do, you see Quadrado with his body is already running like crazy.
Yeah.
And look, everyone goes up. One, two, three, four, five, six players. This is something I'm not really used to Juve, and I kind of like it.
Yeah. And look, normally when Inter they defend, they have 5 players. Here they're 3 only against 5 players.
Yeah.
Okay, Bernardeschi was behind Darmian, who's trying to catch up, but let's say 4 against 3.
Yeah.
Quadrado was smart to play it behind Bastoni because look, Bastoni is not positioned well,
Mm.
and McKennie was there to take the ball.
It's the same. Quadrado McKennie is the same.
Now here, McKennie he lobbed the ball, and if we remember, Ronaldo tried to score, but
Yeah.
he touched it with his hand, and he got the yellow card. He was really upset about that. But
Well,
the point is, if you look again at that uh, at this image, you're gonna see that Inter regrouped in their box. We
mm.
needed more players like Kulusevski, Cuadrado. They're far. They needed to go up.
It's crazy because it looks like there was an invisible wall at the outside of the box. Because look here, they're all going with Cuadrado because he's going, and then you see that here we are really quite close, huh? 6 players, as you said,
Yeah,
and then we finish with only really 2 players in the box with Bernardeschi here. Yeah, we can count in how, but all these players they stopped.
yeah. So this is
Crazy.
something we need to work on. It's an
Yeah.
opportunity. We need to improve that.
Yeah, because if Bernardeschi goes a bit more up, he's alone. Huh? But yeah, it is not easy. And then the threat, this man.
So tomorrow we're gonna see De Ligt instead of uh, Chiellini doing this.
Well, I have full trust on the league, 100%. I'm not even doubting the league. He already showed it last season. He can manage him easily, so
Sure.
I'm not even doubting. And now your favorite moment, Mo.
Oh boy. 2-1 Juve again.
Again, at
Yeah,
home.
at
Beautiful.
home.
If you do 2-1 mentally, you kill them. Huh?
Yeah.
So would be beautiful. I accept. I accept. Do we have again another goal of uh this man here?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's gonna score tomorrow.
he will score again. Okay, thanks, Mo. Again, people, it's a longer video today. It was just one match to analyze, but we spoke a lot about Inter. Longer video. I hope you made it to the end. Let me know in the comment if you made it to the end. Write the code. What code? What code can I do?
Ambrosiana.
No. Then I will have too much interrelated words on the channel. That's never good. That's never good. Say Forza Juve, and then we know that you saw it until the end. Thank you, guys. It was amazing, really, to spend time with my friend Mo. That's always amazing, and to read your comments and everything. So prepare yourself because it will be a big game full of tension. Hopefully, we can kill the game really soon, that so that we can manage and we can rest for the game versus Napoli. Mo, you close the channel as always. I say hello to all the people. Ciao.
So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you like this. This time we did it a bit differently, not to repeat ourselves. So we focused on one game, which was the last game. Let me know what you think of this analysis. Put likes, comments, subscribe, and thank you all for watching. And we hope we win tomorrow.